What's up, universe? It's Julie, your chef BFF, and I'm here with my first vlog for Vlogmas. It's just a little thing that I'm challenging myself to do because it's been a while. I had my baby, woo! So we have a cute little baby, 2-month-old. Her name is Taylor, and we are so excited, and I will definitely introduce you to her soon. But I just wanted to get out there and do this challenge of like trying to film as much as possible for the month of December, starting from today, December 1st, until December 25th, Christmas. All right, it's the first day of December.
Yay, and then we're gonna move it all the way to here.
Yep, thanks, bud.
It's the first day. Is Santa gonna come tonight?
Not tonight. And it's just a little silly thing. I've seen some people do this in the past, and I don't even know if it's a real thing now, but I just wanted to challenge myself to do something that's a little bit uncomfortable and a little bit difficult, because it's gonna be so hard for me to get back on the horse to, like, you know, get back into recipes and cooking, because there's so much that goes into it. Like, I don't think you guys even realize it takes us about like 6 hours to film a recipe video, and it takes us about 15 hours to edit. And then there's pre-stuff too, like you gotta grocery shop and you gotta find the recipe and test it multiple times. So every time we do one of those like big production types of videos, it's a huge investment, and right now we don't have that kind of time. And also because, you know, Joe doesn't really work full-time with us. He works part-time at another job. So that's why that, and I'm also the full-time caretaker. Right now, Taylor is napping, and it's not reliable. Like, newborn naps are not reliable. Like, sometimes they go for like 2 hours, sometimes they go for 20 minutes. It really depends, like if she's gassy and fussy, hungry, uncomfortable, stuffy nose, like something will jerk her awake. And the only reason I'm able to kind of do this right now quietly in my studio office is because Joe is watching her. He's home today. And so he put her down and he's watching her for this time. I said, can you just give me an hour? I want to film this thing and set up the stage to let you know what's coming up. For the month of December, I'm going to try to develop healthy habits to start filming, editing, and uploading right away. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do like a daily vlogging kind of thing every single day. I'm going to try as much as possible to film every day and see how far I can go. I don't really have a lot of the night to myself because I have to go to sleep early because Taylor wakes up in the middle of the night. So in order to function for the following day, I have to go to sleep early. So that being said, I'm gonna be doing some rough chop editing, not like fancy footwork like we used to do, not like all this music and transitions and a ton of B-roll, not clean like we usually do. And I'm gonna see what we come up with. And I'm doing this more just so that I can get into the groove and the hang of just letting go of perfectionism, because both Joe and I have perfectionism qualities. Like, we have issues actually, and I think it's because we're both design minded. We both have a design background. We went to school for design. So I think that it's really hard for us to let go of, you know, like if it's about 90% done, like why not stay up another hour and get the rest of the 10% and make it 100? But this time around, with this new stage of life, with 2 kids, one being only 2 months old, there's no way that we can do that. But what happened when I had Lincoln was that I just kind of like fell off the face of the earth because it was too much for me to handle. I went from like perfectionism to like suddenly not being able to do anything. So I felt very discouraged, and I didn't want to film or edit anything that was like subpar quality. And then when I did put out vlogs, it seemed like our audience didn't really appreciate it or like it, but I will say I think we have a 2.0 audience right now. Somewhere along the line, we kind of like weeded out the chaff, right? Like the people who really don't care about our lives, don't care about anything outside of recipes. We're kind of slowly weeding them out, and we're just trying to, you know, accept quality over quantity. And we are real people. We're real parents with real problems and kids. It's a lot to not sleep through the night, to balance out Lincoln, who's 5 years old and a 2-month-old, and still do all the activities. Like, I have jokes that I don't know why I have to make so many costumes for his school. His school's like next level, where I have to constantly send him off to like in a pilgrim costume, in like a scarecrow costume, in red and green day. Like, it just keeps going on. And I stay up till like midnight sometimes making these costumes for him because I don't want him to feel left out or like we don't care about him now that we have this new addition. How's Lincoln doing with his sister? He's doing great. He really loves her and adores her, but she is boring because she's a 2-month-old, and she's getting a little bit more fun now that her eyes open a little bit more. But in the beginning, she was just like a crying blob. So it was not that fun for him. And he also had to learn to share his attention. Now he's really good. He's used to kind of daddy taking care of him and mommy taking care of Taylor. Like, he kind of knows that. So even when he wakes up in the morning, he goes, "Good morning, mommy and Taylor." Or when he comes home from school, he goes, "Hi, mommy and Taylor." He just like lumps us together, like we're one unit. And it makes me a little bit sad because, you know, he's my little guy. He's my first like little love. But at the same time, I'm glad that he feels that way, that he knows that this is just like a period of time where she really needs me. And that's kind of why it is going to be difficult for us to get back and really start filming videos with cooking recipe videos. Like, that is also our first love. I'm constantly stewing up ideas. And even with Skillshare, I've mentioned before that I'm a top teacher, so there's a lot of pressure to put out more videos, like more courses. And that's something that I'm thinking about in the back of my mind as well. And just obviously being here for you guys who are definitely, again, my first. Like, we realize with all these different social media outlets out there, like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, the blog, Skillshare, there's like all this going on. I think ultimately, like, we still feel like YouTube is like our main cheese. Like, you guys are our main thing. And so we want to be there for you. And that's why I'm going to challenge myself to do this kind of like Vlogmas. So technically the Vlogmas, you film about like every day and you put it up every single day. I don't know if we can do that. I'm going to challenge myself secretly, but I guess not so secretly anymore, to kind of do that. But I'm not going to promise that because then I'll get, you know, honestly discouraged if I don't follow through. So what I can promise you is that I'm going to challenge myself, no matter how tired or how mundane or whatever it seems like my day is, that I'm going to try to film and get out as many videos as possible. And I don't know about you, but aren't holiday seasons like so crazy? Like, I don't even know what it is. It's not like we have a ton of family around or we have so many friends, we have all these activities planned, but at the same time, there's a lot going on. So I feel like even if I did film a lot this month, some vlog style content, it would be kind of interesting and exciting. Like, you can see me grocery shopping or cooking just like casually. Like, what do I actually cook in real life, in IRL? Like, how does Chef Julie Yoon really cook? And right now it's extra challenging because I don't get to go to the grocery store as often as I would like. And I've been trying to eat down a lot of that, what's in our pantry and freezer. So I come up with some weird concoctions. Sometimes they're great and sometimes they're flops. And truth be told, did you know that I messed up our Thanksgiving turkey this year? That is the first time it's ever happened to me in all the years I've ever cooked Thanksgiving. I've never like completely messed up a turkey. Like, sometimes it came out overcooked, maybe a little less seasoned. This is the first time it came out like ruined. Like, I tried to do something new. I spatchcocked it, you know, you flatten it out, and so it cooks in less time, and I wasn't used to that. And then on top of it, I dry brined it, but by poundage, I like messed up and it became too salty. So it was almost inedible, but I had to like dig through closer to the bone and pick out like little scraps of turkey and serve it like that. That was super embarrassing for me, guys, but that happens and that's real life. But you know, my family was gracious and they were just like happy to eat it, but I was like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. So I feel like I should just put that out there too, right? Yeah, so what you're gonna see is like a lot of unscripted stuff. Tomorrow, I'm actually gonna be grocery shopping with my brother-in-law. We're gonna go to Costco because we talked last night and there's a lot of birthdays we have to celebrate. It's my sister-in-law's birthday coming up. It's Joe's birthday on Christmas Day, and we never celebrated my father-in-law's birthday too. So we're just kind of doing one big bonanza, but now with like kids, with tight budget and everything else and like limited schedule, we decided to just hurry up and do, like, we just decided this yesterday. We're going to throw them like a joint birthday party either at my brother-in-law's place or at our place. And so we're going to be grocery shopping for that. He and I are going to cook together. He actually does enjoy cooking, but he wants to learn a little bit from me. And, you know, we're the ones that aren't, you know, with the birthdays. Our spouses are the ones with the birthdays, so we kind of have to do it. And then we're going to cook it on Sunday. So those are the kind of content that I want to share. What happens after Vlogmas, after the 25th? So I'm vlogging pretty much like every day till Christmas. What happens after that, I don't know. Let's see if this develops into a habit. Let's see if this is something that is worthy, like worthwhile, and that people want. And I don't know what's to come out of it. I'm hoping it just helps me to feel like I can work again, and balance out the work, like mom work life. I hope it feels like I don't have to be so perfect and put together. And like, I don't even have my lashes on. Like, usually I would have to make sure I like put on my lashes and my hair's like perfect. And, you know, I don't even have my mic on. Like, usually I would have my lapel mic on too, but that's too much to worry about. And we're gonna just do like low tech, low budget. And we're going to still do recipe videos when Joe and I have a chance to, you know, get together and do it. Like, again, he doesn't work full time with us, like in our business. So it's hard for him to find time when he's not in the office. And also he helps watching the kids too. So yeah, we don't have extra help like babysitting or daycare or anything. So it's just us watching the kids. Lincoln thankfully is in school, so that helps a lot. That helps a huge amount. Sorry, my brain, I'm just like talking to you guys like you're right here, like you're my friend, because I don't know about you, but do you process things out loud? I totally do. I can't really think to myself unless it's like I'm in the shower or I'm like journaling or I'm talking to someone like a friend. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm just like talking out loud to you guys. Oh, so some things that we're doing right now is that we need to really figure out how to balance out like separating our work and home life. So we finished this basement when we moved in, but then we soon came to realize that no one was using it. And partly it's because it is cold down here. Sometimes there's like creepy crawlies, and so Lincoln really doesn't like to be down here. And he only likes to be down here if like we are down here with him, which defeats the whole purpose, because then we're stuck down here and we can't do anything. We can't get any chores done, we can't do work. And so we as a family unit just don't really end up coming down here and spending much time. And so we're like, this is a waste, even though we kind of like set up this whole basement like a playroom. Like, we never even gave you a tour. We probably can once it's like all fixed and like rearranged. So recently we rearranged our living area because, you know, once you have a baby, it's like we totally forgot how much stuff needs to just be out and exposed. Like a little swing, a bassinet, a tummy time mat. It just takes up so much space. So it was just like getting in the way. I was like literally tripping over things. So we rearranged our living room, like the furniture and everything. We just like did that, and then we moved some stuff to the basement. And then we finally decided that Joe is going to move his office to the basement. And his office is like in this other small room on the side with the fireplace. It's like not big enough to be a family room. And, you know, maybe it can be a playroom. So we're kind of turning it into that. And he's going to move his office down here. So that took us a little bit of time because we had to get like a new desk. He's like setting it up right now. And now our basement's in shambles because it's like we're moving things all around. Our upstairs is in shambles. So we're trying to clean it all up before, I think the immediate goal now is before the Sunday. So the hope is that we can host. I do want to be able to host here, but it just felt like it was a huge hurdle to jump over to try to hurry up and clean up all of this mess that we're making. I'm simultaneously decorating for Christmas, and I wanted to do like a decorate with me for Christmas, like I kind of mentioned in my other video that I might do, but it was too crazy. Like trying to do it like, you know, late at night at like 12 midnight and doing it while I'm holding Taylor, doing it in like little bits and pieces, and also doing it while I'm like walking over furniture and like laundry and like just mess like all around. It's been definitely hard to maintain a clean and tidy, orderly home while we have Taylor, because, you know, baby stuff, you just have so much. There's like baby bottles and pump pieces and like all these things like all over your counters. And then you're like constantly doing dishes. You're constantly making, for me, formula, because I'm doing both breastfeeding and formula. And so it's just like this never ending cycle. We're at home a lot, so I'm like cooking every single meal. So there's like all these dishes piling up. And then Lincoln's playing like wildly with Legos and everything. So there's like toys everywhere. And then there's like never ending laundry because there's like spit ups and blowouts and everything. So yeah, it just feels like our house is like a jumbled mess 24/7. And it makes my head a jumbled mess, which makes it less likely for me to want to like turn on the camera and film in like a really messy, disorderly kitchen. And Yeah, so I hope you guys understand. This is like the only place I feel like is a little bit of sanctuary. This is like our basement office where it's really untouched. And I will do like an office studio tour in another video, in another Vlogmas. And right now it's not even like all perfectly set up, but it's like the most quiet, cleanest area in our home right now. This one little room that I'm in. I am sleep deprived. I'm definitely not sleeping through the night. I wake up 1 to 2 times a night in the middle of the night, and I'm up for like long stretches while I do it. And I don't take naps. Like I don't nap while she's napping type of thing because there's too many things to do. And now I'm also adding on this extra load of trying to film and edit. Sometimes I'm going to be doing kind of like vlog, like a day in a life kind of stuff. Sometimes it's going to be subject based, and sometimes it'll just be talking heads like this, like coffee chats, maybe Q&As, maybe interviews with Joe. I don't really know, but I just want to try to put some sort of content out as much as possible between now, December 1st till December 25th, and do it a little bit more real time so that we're not always in this like, let's film something and it comes out like 4 months later type of rhythm. You'll see some cooking, you'll see some housework and some mom life, and you'll hear some more of what's going on in my brain. There's a bunch of stuff that's coming up this month anyway. Like there's some busy things that we're doing, and thankfully my friends and family are pretty gracious about being on camera and being on YouTube. So if they allow me to film them, I'll try to film some of what's actually happening in our lives too. Now, if this is something that you're interested in watching, make sure that you push the red subscribe button and you turn your notifications to all so that you know that a video is coming out, because I'm going to try to put it out as much as possible. So you want that to be notified to know what I'm doing that day or like what I'm talking about. I think, oh my gosh, it scared me. Yeah, let me know if you watch this. If you're one of our unicorns, leave me a unicorn emoji down below. And also remember to let me know who you are. Like, you might think that I know your name, but I probably don't know your real name in real life. And if you want to leave like your Instagram handles, like if you're like one of our longtime fans and you want to leave like your Instagram handle, please do that so that I can like kind of check you out and like see who you are. Because there's times where I'm like, you know, it'd be nice if I could DM someone, but then I'm like, I don't even know like who these people are. So yeah, if you ever want to like communicate with me through social media, Instagram, TikTok, you know, I'm everything the same, at Chef Julie Yoon. Just find me there. If you have a question for a Q&A episode, leave your questions in the comment too. Like anything, nothing's off base. Like you can ask about like my background, our marriage, what I like to eat, like just go for it. I'll probably show you this more in my office tour later, but some of you guys who are new don't know, like you're wondering if I'm a real chef. Like yes, I'm a real chef. This is me. Graduated from culinary school, French Culinary Institute. It's now called something else, but it's New York in Soho. And this is my graduation day. There you go, Chef Wise, young baby Julie. This is what happens when you don't have a script. I'm just like staring off into space and like thinking. Okay, it's almost lunchtime, so I should probably go cook something. I think for today, I may not film that. I think there'll be some days where I do and some days I don't. I don't know what I'm gonna make today. But yeah, in other future vlogs, you might see me cooking just in real life. But today I'm just tired and hungry. And this is my first video, so you gotta give me a break. Thanks for listening, and I enjoyed chatting with you, and I'll see you tomorrow, or I'll see you next time. Bye. I was just about to come up the stairs, and this is what I see. Hi, little sneak peek. Did you have a good nap? It wasn't very long. All right, I'll take over, I'm done.